What's good, world? What's the deal, people? I go by the name of BIZ, and we're here back with BYC Gaming. It is your New York Mets franchise. This is episode number 29, and we are back outside. The 24-20 Mets taking on the first place 26-18 Phillies. We just had a 2-game set at Citi Field against the Phillies. We took 1 out of 2. We split that series with the Phils. And then we came to Philly to play another 2 games. And Pete Alonso went on an absolute tear in the previous game, hitting 2 home runs. His total now up to 17 on the season. That's good enough for best on this team. It's time for some action. Mets Phillies coming up next. On the mound for Philadelphia is Christopher Sanchez. See the record on the year, 2-2. Mets looking to come away with 3 out of 4 in these games played against Philadelphia. Either way, let's get to work. Harrison Bader going to start things off against the lefty. Bader has been tearing up left-handed competition. We step out the box right there. I wasn't ready. My bad, I'm pressing buttons and stuff. Either way, first pitch of the game is in there for a strike as Sanchez starts him off with a changeup. As we get a look at the pitches for not a lot of pitches in his repertoire. Sinker, circle change, as well as a slider are the pitches for Sanchez. Ooh, that one sits right over the plate. The circle change slapped into left field. And the Mets have their leadoff man on. Bader on first as we get things cracking here from Citizens Bank Park. Take one more look at that base hit. All right, intercepts Jeff McNeil as a slider that starts off high but ends up dropping right across the plate for strike 1. McNeil batting .269 on the season. I got to shout out my homegirl, Portia, man. She was at the game yesterday when the Phillies were taking on the Texas Rangers. She said it's one of the loudest stadiums she's been to. That Philly crowd definitely is always a hyped up one. 0-2 count to McNeil. As you see, the Mets have 14 hits and 5 home runs in this series so far. Right now, McNeil just trying to stay alive. Fouls off a slider right there, and 0-2 will do again. So we've had some up and down play for the last 10 games. I think we have a 5 and broke the bat right there. I think we have a 5-5 record in our last 10 games as McNeil gets a brand new bat. 0-2 count remains here against McNeil.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We now got a ball in the count. As that one misses inside. Runner goes on the play. It's a hit and run. Bader will advance to second, but McNeil will ground out to second. And that's the first out here for the Mets. Let's take a look at the lineup. Pete Alonso had some struggles over the last 2 weeks, but now in the last 10 games, batting .282, 11 for 39. And, of course, like I say, he's been on a home run tear, knocking a bunch of balls out of the ballpark. Is now Francisco Lindor going to step in. .323 on the season, 14 home runs to also go along with 34 RBIs. He has an RBI opportunity right here with Bader on second base. He'll take the sinker for a strike. Man, the Mets in real life really struggling right now. They got a tough couple of series at home coming up against the Giants and the Dodgers. We're a little bit behind the Mets as far as the schedule is concerned. Our next series is going to be against Miami. Then we travel to Cleveland. And then we have that homestand against the NL West teams, the Giants and the Dodgers. So the Mets really have the toughest part of their season early on. And I mentioned this in other episodes. We now have a 1-2 count. The Mets schedule definitely gets a little more favorable in July and August. That swing was not favorable as far as keeping this inning alive. Lindor sat down on strikes as he checks his swing, but not able to hold up. It's Pete Alonso now Mets with 2 outs. Bader still on second. Good sinker right there. Lands in there for a strike. We get a look at the numbers for Alonso. 37 RBIs on the season and a whole lot of walks. This one's going to be right up the middle, and it should be good enough to bring Bader home. That it will, and the Mets take an early 1-0 lead. Usually we have ourselves down early. We give up a lot of first inning runs, but this time we strike first against Sanchez as Alonso slaps an RBI single right up the gut. And it's now a Mets 1-0 lead. Instead of Starling Marte, he's been playing very good baseball as of late. He's going to take a circle change out of the zone for ball 1. There you see him batting .266, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Also one of the best when it comes to drawing walks in the National League. Right now he's in a 1-0 count. Nice sinker right there. That one goes right across the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Good swing on it, but it's going to be hit right to second base, and that'll be the 3rd out here in the top of the 1st. Pete Alonso puts the Mets up early with an RBI single. Let's see what the Phillies have planned for us in the bottom half of the inning.
Leading up for the Phillies, the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
All right, Whit Merrifield now stepping into the box. Peterson with the first pitch to him. It's going to be a fastball right across the plate. David Peterson has been one of our most consistent starters this season. Currently toting a 3-1 record. Right now he's got an early lead. Sinker is gonna get Merrifield to ground. Ooh, that was a little too close for comfort. A little bit of a high throw, and that was very close. Either way, let's look at the lineup for the Phils. No Trey Turner today. He has an off day. Bryson Stott filling in for him at short. Bryce Harper back in the lineup after taking a day off in the previous game. Speaking of Bryson Stott, he steps into the box and 9 RBIs on the season. .247 batting average. So for my baseball fans out there, because that one is a favorable call right there for Peterson. For my baseball fans out there, have you been watching how bad the umpires have been this year? I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I know umpires can't be expected to be perfect, as Marte going to get under the fly ball and retire the second out here in the 1st. But it's one particular, I mean, the balls and strikes are bad. I follow an Instagram, I think it's called Umpire Auditor, and it's like they break down like all the bad calls that the umpires make. But it's this call that's been sitting with me all morning, man. Last night, Chicago was playing Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken, and it was 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. There was a runner on 2nd and 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, there was a pop-up in the infield. And for those of y'all that know baseball rules, when there's multiple players on base and there's an infield pop-up, it's usually called an infield fly, aka an automatic out. But see, the problem with that is what happens in this play, the runner on 2nd is getting ready to retreat back to the bag as Bryce Harper's going to retreat back to the dugout as he gets struck out on that play. Mets retire the Phillies 1-2-3 in the top half of the 1st. David Peterson on to a good start. But as I was saying, the runner on 2nd had a lead. So when the ball got popped up into the in the air in the infield, he started retreating back to the base. Now, here's the thing. The shortstop, Gunnar Henderson, was trying to get under the play, and they kind of got in each other's way, but not like intentionally, and there was minimal contact. The umpire calls not only calls the infield fly, but he also calls interference on the shortstop. I mean, on the second base runner who got it in the shortstop's way. I do that with quotation marks. And that ended the game. The White Sox lost that game on that call, and it's just absurd. Because how can there be interference on a play where there's an automatic out? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these umpires make me feel like I'm in the wrong profession. Maybe I should be calling balls and strikes in the MLB. Either way, we got a 2-2 count to Tyrone Taylor. Sanchez with the pitch. Another one fouled off. That time a 93-mile-per-hour sinker. So umpires, do better, man. Do better. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, all this AI and all this crap coming out now, like, umpires would be obsolete. They'll have cameras all over the field making calls. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to lie. I do like the human element of having an umpire call it based on how he sees it. It's just when they get it wrong, it's a pretty glaring error, especially when it costs you a game like that. All right, Tyrone Taylor has a good AB, works the count back full, and then draws a walk. First walk of the game thrown for Sanchez. As now the rookie sensation, Ronnie Mauricio, steps into the box. Going to take a sinker for ball one. Mauricio, 279 on the season, 10 ribbies. He has been a pleasant surprise for this Mets ball club. Man on first, nobody out. Make that count 2-0 after the 82-mile-per-hour changeup misses. As we get a look at the umpires calling the game today. Nice change up there. Swung on and missed. We got a 2-1 count. This one hit the short. I actually thought about running on that one. Wish I did, because it ends up being a double play there. 6-4-3. And there's now 2 outs here in the top of the second. Brett Beatty now your hitter. 2 outs and ooh, nasty slider. The hook hits him swinging and missing. So you see the numbers for Brett Beatty. Surprisingly showing a lot of power this season. 5 home runs early on in this 2024 season.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That time a changeup misses on the inside part of the plate. Beatty was 3 for 3 in the previous game. Put one in the bleachers. Also had 2 singles. Nice pitch right there from Sanchez. Count now 1-2. I'm not gonna lie. I always like these Phillies jerseys. I can't even lie. These jerseys are fire to me. All right, that sinker gonna be lined right to the second baseman. Excuse me. That ball is lined to the second baseman Whit Merrifield, and that will be the end of the second. Schwarber, Real Muto, and Bohm due up for Philly.
Leading up for the Phillies, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber, your next hitter, 2-time All-Star. And he's going to get the first pitch from David Peterson here in the second inning.
Nope. Count 1-0.
You know, I've done a lot of top fives for players that I was a fan of for some of these ball clubs that we're playing. I'm down to do a Phillies top 5, but right now I'm trying to think if I can name 5 Phillies that I actually like. Now I'm kind of determined. Let's see. First of all, I got to shout out 2 guys that, even though I rooted against them on a daily basis, I can't deny the skills. I got to shout out Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard. Those guys were a big part of Philadelphia's success in the 2000s, and what more can I say about them? Jimmy Rollins, great glove, great speed, very solid hitter. Ryan Howard, one of the biggest power threats in the game during that time. We got a 1-2 count against David Peterson. And then, I know some people have a particular opinion of this guy, but when it comes to strictly baseball, I got to shout Kurt Schilling. Yeah, I mean, he was a very consistent player during his time. I'm going to shout out Shane Victorino just because he was always a scrappy player. As that one's hit down the line, Marte going to get to it, going to make the throw to second and hold the runner at first as Alec Bones puts a 2-out single on the board. We'll get another look at this. That one was roped right down the line. Barely stays fair, but it does. You know, it's interesting that the bat boy didn't even move right there. They should probably have that. I know the ball's probably not going to ricochet off of him, but they should have that to where the bat boy moves when the ball is fair. Either way, Edmundo Sosa steps into the box, batting 181 on the year, as we look to drop that batting average a little bit lower here. 1-1 count now. The Panamanian outfielder fouls one off. We now got a 1-2 count. Despite my opinions about the Phillies, I cannot deny that this is a beautiful ballpark. Shout out to my boy Hannibal King. He's taking some trips down the road to see some games in Philly. We got a 1-2 count. We also got a swing and a miss. So that'll be the end of the innings from the Phillies. They get a base runner, but they're going to leave him stranded. Mets still lead 1-0 after 2.
Leading off for the Mets, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Aye. 0-1's the count. Ball 1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, Omar Narvaez is your hitter. Currently in a 1-1 count.
Nope, outside.
Make it 2-1. As consecutive pitches miss on the outside part of the plate. Narvaez stepping in for Alvarez, who's really been struggling as of late, giving him the day off. 3-1 count to the Mets catcher. And that is going to be a 5-pitch walk. Narvaez, the first man on here in the top of the third. Here comes Harrison Bader, 4 for 5 in the series. A home run and an RBI to his credit. Already has a single and a run scored in this game. He steps in with the man on first. Sinker high. In there for a strike. This one grounded to short. And that will be another double play ball. 6-4-3. And quickly the Mets have 2 men down. That's a really good pitch right there from Sanchez. Good play right there from the shortstop as well. And the Phillies retire 2. Instead of Jeff McNeil, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. McNeil now down 0-2. This one hit to second. Merrifield gloves it. And the Mets go down quickly in the third. Due up for Philly. It'll be Cave, Pache, as well as Whit Merrifield.
Leading up for the Phillies, the center fielder, Jake game.
All right, so Peterson starts off Cave with a strike, a 1 count. Nice pitch there from Peterson. 0-2 count quickly. Tough pitch layoff upstairs, but Jake does just that. 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Cave couldn't do anything with that slider in that AB. That results in the 3rd strikeout of the game for David Peterson. As we get a look at the ump cam. Swing and a miss. And the Mets got 1 down here. All right, stepping into the box is Christian Pache. Am I saying his name right? Somebody correct me on that. I didn't hear the PA announcer pronounce it, so I don't know if it's Pache, or his mama name was Christian. I'm gonna call him Christian. 0-1 count. Check swing, but he did go around. That'll make the count 0-2 here. Peterson looking for another K. The pitch. Ooh, tough pitch to lay off. Count now 1-2.
That's ball 2.
2-2 count now. This one's going to be grounded to second. Should be easily playable for McNeil. And there's now 2 gone in the 3rd. So tonight I'm going to hit a concert. We're checking out Isaiah Rashad down in the city of the ATL. We'll have some footage on the Bringing You Classics page. And as I always say, if you love hip-hop, you love battle rap, you love blend mixtapes, and just all-around good conversation, be sure to follow at Bringing You Classics on YouTube. We're bringing you the best in hip-hop culture. Swing and a miss there on Merrifield. Count now at 1-1. Change up misses low. Count now 2-1. That one slap foul. Count even at 2. Peterson with the pitch. Ooh. Nearly hit Merrifield right there. Thankfully, though, we do not. Full count. Bryson Stott on deck. Payoff pitch. It swung on and missed. And David Peterson off to a really good start here in Philly. The Mets still lead 1-0 as we head into the 4th.
Leading off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Francisco Lindor.
In steps today's DH, Francisco Lindor. Sanchez going to start him off with a sinker on the outside part of the plate. As you see, Lindor has the best WAR in the National League. Good swing right there, but not able to get that hit past the shortstop. That'll be the first out here in the 4th. Upcoming is the Polar Bear. He's got an RBI single to his credit already in this game, as he inches closer to 40 RBIs on the season. Sanchez now with the pitch.
0-1. That's ball 2.
2-0 count.
Ball 3.
Quickly, it's a 3-0 count. Pitching very carefully to Alonso. And as I always do on 3-0, I'm going to set my controller down, stretch my hands, and go ahead and wait for a strike. Got to make him throw him. 50th pitch of the game on the way for Sanchez, and it's a 4-pitch walk as Alonso will take first base. There's 1 out, and one man on first after the 3rd walk of the game from Sanchez. Instead, Marte grounded out in the 1st. He's got Pete Alonso on first base. The pitch from Sanchez. Ooh, right down Broadway. Got to be mad at myself for not swinging at that. 0-1 count. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but Marte does just that. Count now 1-1. Oh, nearly caught by Harper. Thankfully, though, it will go up the first base line and foul. 1-2 count to Marte. He gives chase on a pitch out of the zone, able to foul it off. 1-2 count remains. The pitch from Sanchez. Ooh, thought that one was going to drop out of the zone. Instead, it catches the outside part of the plate and is now 2 outs. Tyrone Taylor now stepping in. He's got 2 home runs and 11 RBIs on the season. He went 3 for 4 in the previous game with a home run and 2 ribbies. Let's see what he does here against Sanchez in his 2-out spot. That's a bullet up the middle. Nearly takes the hat off of Sanchez. And now the Mets threatening now with 2 men on, 2 men out. And the number 7 hitter, Mauricio, coming up to the plate. The switch hitting shortstop has a chance to extend this Mets lead. That circle chain is going to be in there for a strike. Mauricio 1 for 5 in this series, has a double to his credit. All right, count quickly moves to 0-2. After that 82-mile-per-hour changeup is fouled off, Mauricio will step out the box and try to gather himself. Big AB right here. 0-2 count, 2 outs in the 4th, 2 men on. That is a wicked pitch. Sanchez really throwing that changeup well today. That time gets Mauricio to swing and miss. Phillies due up in the bottom half of the 4th at Citizens Bank.
Leading up for the Phillies, not shortstop,
Bryson Stott now the hitter. Is David Peterson going to throw a strike right past him? 0-1 count. So I made a mistake right there. I pressed the button just a little too quickly. And Stott makes us pay with a base hit to start things off. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. Here comes Bryce, I almost called him Bryson Harper. Bryce Harper hits it to short. Play made by Mauricio at second, thrown to first to Alonso, and a 6-4-3 double play has the Phillies now with 2 outs. Nice pitch right there from Peterson. In there for a strike. Peterson probably been our most consistent pitcher. I think he's got some competition now that Alcantara has gotten 2 wins in a row. 2-1 count to Schwarber. Don't want to give him anything he can drive here in this 2-out spot.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Right now we're not giving him anything he can hit. 3-1 count. The pitch for Peterson. Fouled off. We now got a full count. Schwarber versus Peterson. 3-2 count. 2 outs in the 4th. The pitch. Is that going to stay fair? It's not. Very thankful for that one. Sheesh. All right, 3-2 count remains. Changeup just going to miss on the outside part of the plate. Schwarber on first with a walk. First walk of the game handed out from Peterson. Here comes the speedy catcher, JT Realmuto, as he's going to take a fastball low for strike one. Good job by Peterson to come back with a 94-mile-per-hour sinker in there at the bottom of the zone for a strike. This one's going to be popped up. Looks like it's going to be right at Starling Marte, who gets under it, makes the catch, and the Mets retire the Phillies in the fourth. We're almost at the halfway point. Mets going to send up Beatty, Narvaez, and Bader.
Leading off for the Mets,
Like we always say at this time,
Beatty.
the commentators today, it's not Bull Shambi. It's definitely not Chris Singleton. It's your boy, B.I. to the Z. And here we have Brett Beatty stepping in.
Hang on. Jack time.
Slider's going to get in there for a strike. 0-2 count. Going to foul that one down the line. Good job staying alive. Beatty still locked in a 0-2 count. So for what it's worth, Sanchez has calmed down since giving up a few hits in the first. Mets now with 3 runners left on base so far in this game. 2-2 count now. Poor job by Beatty chasing that pitch out of the zone. And that'll make it 1 out here in the inning. All right, 0-1 count to Narvaez. To Narvaez.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Didn't realize he had been in the league that long. 9-year career so far for Narvaez. He's in 0-2 count. Another off-speed pitch gets a swing and a miss. 5th strikeout of the game for Sanchez. So despite him losing, he is playing a pretty solid game right now. Bader steps in. He's going to line that one to third, and quickly the Mets go 1-2-3 in the 5th. Due up for Philadelphia, you can expect to see Alec Bohm, Sosa, and Cave.
Leading up for the Phillies, the third baseman,
Bohm fouls that one down the line. 0-1 count. Sinker knocked foul. Bohm quickly in the 0-2 count. 50th pitch of the day on the way from Peterson. The pitch. This one's going to be roped into the gap, and that is going to be trouble. Bader going to get to it. Hit the cutoff man, but Alec Bohm is in there with a lead-off double.
Now back, the designated hitter, Sosa.
All right, in steps Sosa now. I think it's the first runner in scoring position for the Phillies today, if I'm not mistaken. 1-1 count after that pitch is fouled off. That one's in the dirt. Another one in the dirt. Peterson in a bit of a jam here. 3-1 count to Sosa. And that's going to be a walk. So let's go ahead and get a mound visit. Just try to make sure that Peterson, his confidence remains. You see it dropped off a little bit right there. All right, so definitely a bunt situation. Let's see if he does it. He does. It's a really good bunt, too, and it's going to advance both runners in this situation. And there's now 1 out. Good job right there from Cave to advance the runners. Okay, so his name is Pache. I was totally off. Christian Pache. Down 0-1 in the count. Now down 0-2 after that pitch is fouled into the netting. Excuse me, 1-1 count. Now we can say 2 strikes. 1-2 count now. The pitch from Peterson in the dirt. Everybody stays put. 2-2 count now. Ooh, that is a foul tip right into the glove, and that'll be the 5th strikeout of the game for Peterson. Got a piece of it, but it goes right into the glove of Narvaez. And now the Phillies have 2 outs against them here in the 5th. Whit Merrifield, your next hitter. Starts them off with a strike. Merrifield 0 for 2 in today's ball game. This one's going to be hit to second. McNeil gloves it, makes the throw, and the Mets get out of a very tough jam. Good job by David Peterson to maintain control and retire the Phillies. McNeil, Lindor, and Alonso for the Mets in the 6th.
Leading off for the Mets, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Now, most of y'all that watch this that are baseball fans, y'all probably familiar with this, but I'm going to say it for those who aren't. If you're ever bored and trying to kill time, go to ImmaculateGrid.com and play one of my favorite games out there, man. It's basically a grid where there are 9 boxes and you have to match up teams, players, stats according, to how they match up. It's a really fun game. Shout out to the Savannah Bananas Booster Club, the group chat. We're here with King. Shout out to Sweeney. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Hiram. Shout out to Allen. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Joe. Either way, though, we damn near play that game every day on the Immaculate Grid, trying to see if we can get the rarest score. Right now, we got a 3-1 count against McNeil. And that changeup barely going to stay in the zone, but it does. Full count now to the Mets second baseman. The pitch. McNeil does a good job staying alive right there. As you see 76 pitches for the starter, Sanchez, which is very important for the Phillies because they have had to use their bullpen a lot today. McNeil, very uncharacteristic of him right there, swinging at a pitch way out of the zone. And that'll be strike 3. But that was a wicked pitch. Had some good break on it. Never seen a sinker move a changeup move like that. That was nice. All right, in steps Lindor. He's going to hit one to second base. And it'll be a quick ground out. 2 gone here for the Mets in the 6th.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here comes Pete Alonso now. 1 for 1 in the game. Also drew a walk early on.
1-1.
Slider misses on the inside part of the plate. Changeup fouled off.
Ball, that's outside.
2-2 count to Pete Alonso.
2.
Here's the pitch. This one roped into the gap. Pete, not the quickest guy on the base pass, but he should still be in at second safely. And that he will. A double for Pete Alonso, his 8th on the season. And just like that, the Mets have a man on second with 2 outs here. That one goes off the out-of-town scoreboard. Now the Mets threatening here. And oh, that'll be the end of the game for Sanchez. As I said, I can't deny. He started off a little shaky, giving up a lot of hits, but he stranded a lot of runners, did a good job keeping the Mets in check. Right now, he's in line for the loss if things stay the way they are. But he's also responsible for the man on second. Spencer Turnbull coming into the game now, 3-1 record, 2.19 ERA for the reliever. Right now, he's coming into this game looking to keep things close as Starling Marte is the hitter now. Pete Alonso on second. Is that fastball going to go right by Marte for strike 1? Let's get a look at the pitch repertoire for Turnbull. He's got a 4-seam fastball, slider, sinker, circle change, as well as a curve, and he tops out at 95, 96 miles per hour. This is a good pitch to hit. Marte puts good wood on it, but it's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that will retire the side for the Mets. Due up for Philly, Stott, Harper, and Schwarber in the bottom half of the 6th.
Leading up for the Phillies, the shortstop,
All right, so let's get some arms going in the pen. We'll get Ottavino and Rayleigh going. Let's see what this inning brings. First pitch upstairs for a strike. Tough part of the lineup for the Phillies right here. 1-1 count. This one roped to left. Marte there in time, though. And there's already one gone. So, wait, did I finish my top 5 from earlier? What I say? Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, Kurt Schilling. I said Shane Victorino. And I'll give that last spot to the late, great Roy Doc Holliday. Amazing pitcher, amazing talent, gone too soon. All right. We got a 0-2 count to Harper. He's going to foul that one off. 0-2 count remains here. That one's in the dirt. The pitch from Peterson. Got a miss on the outside part of the plate. 2-2 count. Good battle right there from Harper. But he's going to fly that one to center, and Bader's going to make the catch for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. Peterson trying to make it through this inning. Got Schwarber down 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs. We got a 1-1 count. This one's going to be hit the opposite way by Schwarber. And that'll be a 2-out base hit for the Phillies, former All-Star.
Ball one.
Real Muto now steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Ball. That pitch is out.
Quickly down 2-0. All right, that's going to be it for David Peterson. Giving up back-to-back hits. You just need to get one out. Alec Bowman's the hitter. Definitely somebody you don't want to play with. All right, so in from the pen is going to come Adam Ottavino. David Peterson with a very solid start. 5 2/3, but he is responsible for the 2 base runners here in this game. 2 gone in the 6th.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 0, Adam Ottavino.
Ottavino coming out of the gate strong, quickly an 0-2 count against Bohm. Here comes the pitch from Ottavino. Oh, wow. So a really good job. Oh, wait a minute. Can we get him? Can we get him? No, we can't. All of a sudden, it's a tie game as Ottavino gives up a base hit to Bohm. Look at where that pitch is at. Yo, I didn't even realize that. Let's see this again. Look at the location on that pitch. Oh, my goodness. How did he hit that? All right, doesn't look as bad in the replay, but the location of that pitch was wild. All right, so the Phillies have tied the game up. Runner going to try to advance to second, and he will easily. All right, Mets, we don't need to fall apart late here. This is similar to what happened to us in a previous game against the Phillies. We had a 2-0 lead the whole game, and then Trey Turner with one swing at the bat changed the whole complexion of this game, and we ended up losing. Right now, it's an 0-2 count against Sosa. Ottavino just trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Well, excuse me, at least with the game intact, tied. 1-2 count.
Ball, that's in.
That one way inside. Ottavino has now made this a full count. Runners on second and third. Payoff pitch. It's going to be a walk. So the Mets having a little trouble here in this 6th. Bases are now loaded for Jake Cave. Crowd starting to come alive here in Philadelphia. They're giving us something to cheer about right now. 0-1 count. Make it 0-2 after that one swung on and fouled off the catcher. Tie ball game in Philly. And Ottavino gets a strikeout. Good job by him getting that K, but now the game is tied. It's all of a sudden a 0-0 game as the game is now tied at 1. All right, so the Mets get Phil Bickford up in the bullpen. Up to bat is Tyrone Taylor. Takes a fastball for a strike.
Nope. Ball one.
Now I got a 1-1 count. That one fouled down the line, just missing the third base bag right there. That would have been nice. Either way, it's a 1-2 count. So that pitch is going to hit Taylor, and that definitely plays into our favor. Instead, Ronnie Mauricio now. As Taylor takes a lead off of first base. Throw over to first.
No, inside.
Good eye by Mauricio as he's now batting from the left side of the plate. I think we got 3 left-handers coming up in a row here. Mauricio, Beatty, and Navarez. Fastball upstairs, going to be fouled into the seats. Count now even at 1. Lead taken by Taylor. This one's going to be hit up the middle. Flip. And Mauricio should be safe. It would have been nice if we were able to get Taylor in there safely. Either way, there's 1 gone. That one almost made it up the middle. That's a great play made by Merrifield. Backhands it, flips it. But the turnaround is what's going to allow Mauricio to reach first base safely. We're in the top of the 7th. We got 1 gone, 1 man on first. Turnbull likes to start these at-bats off with a fastball. I got to keep that in mind so we can be aggressive if we see a fastball early in the count. Beatty's your hitter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's going to take a fastball on the inside part of the plate for a ball. Same location darn near, and it's now a 2-1 count to Beatty. This one hit to Merrifield again, and Merrifield again makes another big play. And the Mets can't get it going right there. They're going to ground into another double play. This time 4-6-3. Mets retire as we stretch in Philadelphia.
Leading up for the Phillies, the right fielder, Christian Pache.
Pache now stepping into the box. Adavino still in the ball game. This one's popped to second. Jeff McNeil quickly retires the first out here in the 7th. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Whit Merrifield been making some good plays today. Here he comes into the box.
0-1's the count.
Making some good plays defensively. 0 for 3 at the plate so far.
1-0.
That one slapped down the line, foul. Adavino with the 1-2. Another foul ball will do it again. Another foul ball. Merrifield having a good at-bat here. This one a rope. Pete Alonso not going to be able to get there. And that'll be the first hit of the game for Merrifield as the Phillies have 1 man on, 1 man out. There's a strike to Stott. 0-1 count. Ooh. Put a good swing on it, but the timing was just a bit off. And now we have an 0-2 count to Bryson Stott. Able to foul off the slurve right there. Count still 0-2. Another tough pitch to hit. Another foul ball, and we'll do another 0-2 count. Another foul ball. This guy's having a good AB right here. It's maybe the last hitter that Adavino faces. Bad throw from Navarez. Merrifield gonna reach second base easily. Ooh, just missed with the slurve. All right, Adavino. Come on with it now. 3-2 pitch, fouled off again. Can't seem to get Bryson Stott out right now. 30th pitch of the game for Adavino. And it's a walk. Let's go ahead and bring in Brooks Raley. Didn't want to use him this early, but we got 2 lefties coming up here for Philly. Rayleigh starts him off with a sinker. 2 men on, 1 man out. Quickly an 0-2 count against Harper. The pitch. Cut fastball misses on the outside. This could be a double play ball. Beatty to second, to first. The ball goes around the horn, and the Mets get a clutch double play to end the 7th. We definitely need to get some runs on the board as time's a wasting. 8th inning on the way.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 30, Gregory Soto.
All right, Soto going to step in to this game. The lefty throws a sinker, slider, 4-seam fastball, as well as a changeup. He's going to start Narvaez off with a ball inside. Narvaez walked in his previous AB. One count.
Ball 2.
Good pitch right there. On the outside part of the plate. 2-2 count. Make that count full. Good at bat here from Narvaez. We got Bader on deck, who's been crushing left-handed pitching. It's a full count to Narvaez. That's a great AB. Second walk of the game drawn by Omar. And now the Mets have their leadoff man on. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Depending on how this at-bat goes, might have to bring in a pinch runner right here. It's a good opportunity to get some speed on the base. Let's first see, can we make something shake here with Bader? Bader now in a 2-0 count. You see that confidence starting to drain from Soto. 2-0 to Bader. Oh, come on. Why did I swing at that? I should have just taken that pitch, man. So Bader grounds into the double play. That's very frustrating. I should have known the sinker was on the way. I should have swung at that, man. Not happy with that, with how that turned out, man. Not happy at all. All right, Instead McNeil. Bader grounds into the DP. And that is 2 outs, nobody on base for McNeil. He swings and misses through a slider, 0-1 count. Make that count 1-1 now. Oh, another sinker in there. That's his best pitch right now, man. I did not swing. I did not swing, bro. That was a check. Well, we can't argue over spilt milk, as now we headed to the 8th. This game is all locked up at 1.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 50, Beisbol.
All right, Phil Bickford is the new arm out of the bullpen for the Mets. Gonna start this AB off against Kyle Schwarber. There was a fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. That one fouled off. 0-2 count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. Good job from Bigford coming out of the bullpen and getting started off right. All right, so Real Muto now going to come up to the dish. 1 for 3 in today's game. Had a single in the 6th inning, which was very fruitful for Philadelphia. Beatty gloves it, makes a simple throw to first, and there's 2 gone here in the 8th. Here comes a man who's hot right now. 3 for 3 on the day. Alec Bohm, a very talented third baseman. I mean, in real life, this guy's cooking. I got him on my fantasy team, and he's an absolute stud. 1-1 count here to Bohm. This one's going to be popped to the left. Phil Bickford comes in the 8th and retires the Phillies 1-2-3. We're headed to the 9th inning. The Mets send up Lindor, Alonso, and Starling Marte in the top half of the inning.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 58, Seranthony Dominguez. Leading off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Francisco Lindor.
All right, new pitcher. Dominguez on the hill. 14 fastball, sinker, slider, and a circle change are his pitches. We get a first look at the fastball right there. 0-1 count. Dominguez working that outside part of the plate. Quickly has Lindor down 0-2. That one misses low. 1 ball, 2 strike count. If you don't know, you're watching BYC Gaming. Bring your controller. I go by the name of Biz. Check out the music on all digital streaming platforms. Type in B-I-Z, B-I-L-L-A. 3-2 count to Lindor now. Dominguez with the payoff pitch. Ooh, that one stayed in the zone. Good pitch on the sinker right there. And it's now 1 out. 2 for 2 on the day is Pete Alonso. Also drew a walk. Or drew a walk, I should say. Pardon me. 0-1 count. Quickly 0-2 on Alonso. We are just getting set down easily here in this inning. Starling Marte now your hitter. 0 for 3 on the day. We need somebody to do something here.
Ball 1, no strike.
Sinker misses low.
Oh, that's good.
Quickly 2-0 to Marte. Marte late on the fastball. It's going to result in a foul ball. 2-1 count to the Dominican outfielder. That was a good pitch to hit. The late movement threw me off a little bit. 2-2 count now.
Full count.
Full count to Marte now. Tyrone Taylor's on deck. Up the middle, and Marte, like I said, one of the best 2-strike hitters in baseball right now. Lines one up the middle. Keeps the inning alive. I didn't even realize the pitcher got hurt on that one. I thought that one just went through his legs. No diddy. Looks like he's okay. All right, man. 2 outs. Runner on first. There's a pitch out. Nothing going on that play. That'll result in a 1-0 count. Tyrone Taylor, 1 for 1 on the day. Also has drawn a walk in this ball game. Mets trying to get something going here in the ninth. Tried to crush that pitch. That one hit back against the fence. 1-1 count. Ooh, I think I went on that one. Yeah, I knew I went on that one. It was close. I'm going to be honest. Looking at the swing timing right there, it was very close, but I'm not mad at that call. Taylor doing a good job staying alive right now. 1-2 count against him. Marte's on first. Marte going to run for it, but Taylor going to foul that one off. 1-2 count. Trying to play some mind games with the pitcher right here. 1-2 to Taylor. I couldn't tell if it was going to move or not. That fastball stayed right in the zone, and that one had me fooled. Phillies coming up in the ninth, sending up Sosa, Cave, and Pache. I think I got his name wrong again, but either way, who cares? It's the Phillies.
Leading up for the Phillies, the designated hitter, Edmundo Sosa.
All right, here comes Sosa. He's going to take a strike. Let's get Lucchesi going in the pen. We'll also warm up Edwin Diaz, get him to stretch and toss just in case we make it to the 10th and we're able to get the lead. I think the runner on second in the 10th would be Tyrone Taylor, which is a good thing because he definitely has some good speed. Nonetheless, when it comes to this AB, 0-2, Sosa watches a slider go on the outside part of the plate for ball one. That one's in the dirt. Nice slider. Swing and a miss from Sosa, and there's now one gone here in the bottom of the ninth. Take a look at that pitch from Bickford. Swipe. Swing and a miss, and there's one gone. Oh, great. So now we got Trey Turner in the game. 329 batting average. Swing and a miss right out the dugout. No swing there from Turner. 1-1 count. Make it 2-1 after the fastball misses way upstairs. Trying to pitch carefully to Trey Turner, but it's backfiring as we're now in a 3-1 count. And we walk him. That is not what we wanted to do. I didn't want to give up a big. Oh my God! Now it's ended up Castellanos. All right, Bickford, we need you right here. Runners going on the play. The throw from Narvaez, not in time. Turner in there easily. All of a sudden, there's a runner in scoring position now for Philadelphia. All right, Bickford, I'm going to be honest with you. Your time has come. So we'll play it smooth from here. 3-1 count, but we're very close to getting a new arm in the game. We just really need to get an out right now. Bickford has Castellanos in a 3-2 count. The payoff pitch is going to stay in the zone and be called strike 3. That is a clutch strikeout from Bickford. Now Bickford going to face Whit Merrifield here. Merrifield got a hit in his last AB. This one's going to be hit to Alonso. It's a foot race to first, but Pete going to beat him to first. And this game is headed to extras. Mauricio, Beatty, and Narvaez will kick things off in the 10th for the Mets.
This change for the Phillies. Now playing center field. Number 7, Trey Turner. Now in right field. Number 8, Nick Castellanos. Now pitching for the Phillies. Number 20.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never knew that Trey Turner could play center field. That's interesting. Jeff Hoffman is the new pitcher. You see that ERA, zeros across the board. Let's see what he does here against Mauricio. Tyrone Taylor's on second. The pitches for Hoffman are a slider, a splitter, and a fastball that tops out at 99. Slider going to be on the outside part of the zone for a 1-0 count here. Nearly gave chase to the splitter. Able to hold up there. 2-0 count now to Mauricio. This one slapped the opposite way, staying in the air, but not long enough for Schwarber to make a play on it. 2-1 count now to Ronnie. Mets really need this game. If they can win this, they'll have 3 wins over the Phillies in this early part of the season. 3-1 count here to Mauricio. Got to be aware of that walk. Very strong possibility they could just put a man on first and try to get the double play here. So if there's something to hit, I got to attack it. Right there, we foul off a 98-mile-per-hour four-seamer, and the count is now full, 3-2. And that's going to be a walk. So Mauricio draws a leadoff walk. There's now 2 on here in the 10th. Got to be wary of that splitter. That splitter could cause major trouble for us. We don't want to ground it into the dirt and create a double play opportunity. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Wow, we grounded into 4 double plays. Why would they show me that right now? Either way, I thought about taking a bunt here, but now we got 2 strikes against us. Beatty down 0-2.
Nope, that's a ball.
This fastball misses at the bottom part of the zone. 1-2 count. It's probably the best pitch we've seen to hit this at bat. Timing was off. 1-2 count to Brett Beatty. Another good slider right there.
That's a ball.
That splitter gonna miss.
2 strikes.
Count even at 2. Mets with a big opportunity to take the lead here in the 10th. And that pitch is gonna hit him. That is a much needed HBP right there. In steps Navarez. He already has 2 walks on the day. Takes an upstairs fastball for a strike. Navarez could really be the hero here, putting this ball in play. No outs, bases loaded.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That one thrown inside. You see the infield is in. 1-1 count. Ooh, good slider. That was a really good slider.
2 strikes.
Fooled by that one. It's quickly a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch.
2-2 now.
Ooh, that was a tough pitch to lay off. 3-2 count. Bases loaded. Count full. Navarez slaps this one. Turner's got speed, so he's probably going to get to that one. But the Mets are going to take the lead on a big sacrifice fly from Navarez. Man, that I'm still stuck on that 2-2 slider, man. I really wanted to chase that, but something told me just lay off of it. It just misses his own. The following pitch, Navarez slaps it to center, and the Mets regain the lead. Now we can go ahead and let Edwin Diaz get ready to come into this ball game in the bottom half of the inning. Bader now up. Going for the suicide squeeze. We put it in a good spot. And not only do we get the run home, but Bader is going to beat Hoffman to first base. That is clutch. Mets coming through big here in this 10th inning. I was just trying to get Mauricio home. I wasn't even worried about reaching first base safely. But we get a nice twofer right there. So we got runners on second and first. We got a new arm coming into the game, Matt Strom, as Hoffman lets the Mets take the lead here in the 10th. 1 out, Beatty at second, Bader on first. And in steps Jeff McNeil. McNeil 0 for 4 on the day. Looking to turn it around, 1 for 9 in the series. He can really blow the doors off of this lead here with a big time hit.
Inside, ball 2.
2-0 to McNeil now, who's batting .341 with runners in scoring position. Cutter just barely scratches the inside part of the plate. Pardon me. 2-1 count. Oh, make it 3-1. That one's gonna go in the dugout. That's gonna be called a pass ball. So wait a minute. What is did a run score on that? Wow. I will take that. So the run scores on the pass ball. It's now a 4-1 game. Bader now moves to third. 3-1 count to McNeil. And that's going to be a walk. So the Mets doing a stand-up job here in crunch time. Coming up to the dish now is Francisco Lindor. Also 0 for 4 on the day as McNeil was. Lindor looking to add to the Mets lead. Still 1 out here in the 10th. Runners at the corners. The pitch from Strom on the way. That one's going to be right across the plate. Lindor puts a good swing on it. Hits it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Turner going to throw it back into the infield, but a run is going to score. Mets now with a 5-1 lead here. Gotta love it. Very good, productive out right there from Lindor. Here comes the polar bear into the box.
Ball, that's down. Yeah.
1-1 count to Alonso. Mets with a 5-1 lead. We appreciate everybody that stuck through and watched this game. 2-1 count. We do this regularly here on BYC Gaming. If you're new, MLB The Show. Episodes dropping regularly. Oh, Pete takes this one for a ride, but it's just going to be foul. 2-2 count to Alonso. Swing and a miss. And that'll be the third out in the 10th. The Phillies are going to send up Stott, Harper, and Schwarber for their last licks in the 10th.
Now pitching for the
So the Phillies have 7 hits to the Mets 6, but the Mets have been able to produce some runs here late in this game. Edwin Diaz now coming into the game, runner on second. Bryson Stott is going to start things off for Philly. Diaz with the pitch. Starts him off with a strike.
0-1.
Diaz with 10 saves on this young season. And it looks like he's going to get an early out here as Mauricio going to get under this one, and that'll be the first out here in the 10th. In steps Harper now. Bryce Harper has been quiet in this series.
0-1's the count.
0 for 4 today.
Ball in.
Harper now down 0-2. Excuse me, 1-2. As he fouls off that pitch right there. That one's upstairs and out of the zone. 2-2 now. Harper able to foul that one off. Count remains even at 2. Runner on second. 1 out. Harper doing a good job staying alive as he fouls off another one right there. Misses with that slider. Here's the pitch from Diaz. Whoa, it's taking for a ride. If it's fair, it's a home run. Well, it is foul. 3 feet outside of the foul pole. That is wild. This one's going to be grounded to McNeil. Runner will advance to third, but the Mets retire the second out of the 10th. And now Kyle Schwarber represents the last out for the Phillies. He got a single already in this game. He scored the only run in today's ball game for the Phillies. Diaz looking to shut the door on Philadelphia. Starts Schwarber off with a fastball. 100 miles per hour in there for a strike. Four-seamer misses upstairs. Count now 1-2. Phillies down to their last strike. Diaz with the pitch. Swing and a miss. 101 on the gun. And this game is all over. The Mets pick up a much-needed victory against the first-place Philadelphia Phillies. We take 3 out of 4 for Philadelphia. We won 1 out of 2 in New York. And then we swept them here on the road. The win goes to Phil Bickford. Good job by Diaz shutting the door. He will not be credited with the save, though. The Mets come away with a 5-1 victory as we get a look at some of the plays from this game. A lot of double plays in this game for both teams, whether the Mets or the Phils. And look at this. It's nothing but double plays. Well, those are only highlights of the game. Navarez came through in the clutch with a big sacrifice fly and a pass ball, among other things, are the reasons the Mets come away with a 5-1 victory in Philly. We appreciate everybody that watches, whether live or on the playback. The Mets get the win. We will be we'll be tapping back in with y'all soon. We do this on the regular. Follow us at BYC Gaming Online on Twitter, aka X. Follow us on Instagram at BYC_gaming. Be sure to follow us on TikTok at BYC.gaming. Follow me at BusyBilla on Instagram, at BizBilla on Twitter. Everything else is at Bringing You Classics. Again, we thank you for tapping in. Peace, love. We are out.